Hello, welcome everyone to another race weekend schedule with Flying 118 Motorsports. This is the weekend schedule for Saturday, September 14th and Sunday, September 15th. So, welcome. Not the craziest weekend schedule, pretty small Saturday and a decent Sunday. So, let's get to it, shall we? Let's start off Saturday, September 14th. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my little window. And we're going to start off with, as we can see, WRC Round 11, the Marmaris Rally of Turkey. So just for some of you, before we even get too much momentum here, there will be another current news segment coming within a couple days that will be covering the Rally of Turkey, and I am planning on having a very special guest who will be presenting the WRC news. So stay tuned, bear with me on that as that comes together, as we schedule that, but I'm hoping to have that up within the next 48 hours. So just giving you a heads up. All right, so once again, WRC Round 11, Rally of Turkey, starting us off on Saturday, September 14th. Awesome. And we're going to move forward with DTM Round 8, Nürburgring Race number 1. Awesome. Love catching DTM whenever I can. Guys are a little rough and a little bit of banging, a little trading paint going on in DTM, but it's the nature of the beast with that series. Moving forward, NASCAR Xfinity Round 26, the DC Solar 300 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Very nice, very cool. Going to be a really great race at the Vegas Motor Speedway. So looking forward to catching that when I can. Continuing on Saturday, we get into Supercars Round 11, the ITM Auckland Super Sprint Race number 1. That's a 200-kilometer race, and that's being held at the Pukekohe Park. There you go. So that's round 11 of the supercars. And then rounding out Saturday, September 14th, we have WTCR round 19 at Ningbo. So always looking forward to whenever I can catch some coverage of that. So that'll be nice. That's a fun series, watching these race prepped street cars. Basically, it's just awesome. But we're going to continue forward, and we're going to get into Sunday, September 15th, and we're going to have a continuation of WRC, once again, Round 11, Marmaris Rally Turkey. And I think by Sunday we should be through the first 4 stages or so. So I'm hoping once again to have a news update for you. But we're going to continue on Sunday with British GT Round 9, Donington Park. That's a 2-hour race, once again at the Donington Park circuit. And we're going to continue with British Touring Car. This is going to be round 22, 23, and 24 at Knockhill in Scotland. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I just, once again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I mean, I really love British Touring Car tracks. I love supercar tracks, but this is this race will be a lot of fun to watch also. Moving forward, DTM Round 8, Nürburgring Race 2. So, once again, a little bit more trading paint going on there. Continuing on Sunday, IMSA WeatherTech Championship, Round 11, Laguna Seca, 2 hours, 40 minutes at the Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca. It almost doesn't matter what race series it is. When you hear Laguna Seca, it's such a cool track. You have to watch it. It's like, done deal. So I'm in. There's a lot of good racing on. And then, that's followed up with this. As much good racing that I've already mentioned. Then you get, bam, MotoGP. Round 13, the Gran Premio Octo di San Marino e della Riviera di Rimini at Misano. That was a mouthful. So Looking forward to that, obviously, if I can catch any piece of that. Unfortunately, a lot of those broadcasts are subscription based and very difficult to get your eyes on. So, you might have to stay tuned to the YouTube official YouTube MotoGP channel because they do release little clips and updates. I was watching earlier today sim racing of MotoGP, which was fantastic. It was just at Mugello, and it was amazing. I'll see if I can locate that channel in the notes. Moving forward, after MotoGP, we get into Monster NASCAR Cup Round 27 playoff, South Point 400 at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So cool. I mean, it's just a rip. That's another one, mark on the calendar, set your alarm for. That's going to be a total rip. And then once again, the cherry on top for any race weekend, to make it a complete race weekend officially here, NHRA Round 19 Mopar Express Lane Nationals at Maple Grove Raceway. Very cool track, very nice location, such a nice event to hold at that track. I've been there. It's just that's just going to be such a nice event. So looking forward to catching that when I can. We're going to move forward. FIA World Rallycross Round 9, the Nesta World Rallycross of Latvia. Awesome. So if any of you have not had the chance of watching World Rallycross, I highly recommend it. It's one of those things that it sounds like it may or may not be your cup of tea, maybe. Okay, they're on tarmac, then they're on dirt, and but watch it. Each race is just as exciting as the next. You can't put it into words how cool these races are. So if you haven't caught any World Rallycross, I highly recommend watching a couple races and then making a decision on it, but it is extremely exciting. Forward, Supercars, Round 11, the ITM Auckland Super Sprint Race 2, 200-kilometer race at Pukekohe Park. There we go. And rounding out the race weekend, we have WTCR Round 20 and 21 at Ningbo. There we go, people. So, a pretty well-rounded weekend. A lot going on. We can get into what it is that I'm going to be watching. I know that look at on Saturday, the DTM, the supercars, because I just love supercars. If I can grab that DTM, I know I'm going to be able to catch on one of the streaming services, and then the NASCAR Xfinity will be on some, I know, like network, major network on TV. So those are probably the three. WTCR, there's a ton of that racing available on DVR on streaming services. So I know my priority is probably going to come down to NASCAR and supercars. Once again, it's a real shame I can't catch the WRC. And then Sunday, let's see. Sunday, I am going to go with, I could grab MotoGP, NHRA for sure. FIA World Rallycross, so much fun. Supercars, and then the Monster NASCAR Cup, a lot of good stuff. Laguna Seca with IMSA, British Touring Car, holy moly. Yeah, so a lot going there. Let's, what we should do is check out what's happening on the streaming services. So as many of you know, I like to utilize my subscription with MotorTrend. Once again, I'm not sponsored by MotorTrend, no affiliation with MotorTrend, but they have an incredible amount of live streaming every race weekend. So let's go through it a little bit. So starting today, they're actually covering some of the Goodwood Revival, which is very cool to watch. Some of those classic cars. And then we're going to move into the Hot Rod Drag Week Day 5 at Virginia Motorsport. And then starting later today, the supercars. One of the races of supercars is going to be happening. Continuing on today, FIA World Touring Car Cup Race 1. And then we get into more racing with the supercars today. And this is just today. We're not even into the weekend yet. Okay, here we go. And then FIA World Touring Car Cup Race 1 at Ningbo. There you go. There's the WTCR. And then on Saturday, more Goodwood Revival. Awesome. DTM Qualifying Race 1 on Saturday. DTM Championship Race 1. A lot of DTM coverage this weekend. Awesome. That's also Saturday. Supercars. Another racing, more racing of the supercars on Saturday. Wow, a lot of coverage this weekend. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of streaming coverage from Motor Trend. On Saturday, more WTCR Race 2 qualifying. More supercar racing. This is still Saturday. More supercar racing. Back to WTCR races 2 and 3, and that's what's going to kick off Sunday coverage. And then we're going to get into the Goodwood Revival. More coverage of that on Sunday. DTM Qualifying Race 2. VW Racing Cup Ginetta GT5 Challenge at Donington on Sunday. Live coverage on Motor Trend here. Mini Challenge also is in there with the VW Racing and Ginetta stuff on Sunday. More coverage of that. British GT, awesome, from Donington. That's on Sunday. And then more of the VW Racing Cup Ginetta Mini Challenge on Sunday. Whew. I don't know. That's and for those people who haven't subscribed to that yet, I keep saying I believe that they have a trial. You can go try it out for a week or whatever it is. As you can see, well worth it. And this is why I'm just like so committed to Motor Trend. How could you not love it? And this is a pay service, but then remember, I think probably the best free service would be the YouTube, the official channel of GT World on YouTube, and they release so much Blind Pain and GT4 and other series. So that's a channel to pay attention to. Once again, that's GT World on YouTube. What we're going to do right now, we're going to go to the other streaming service that we like to check in on, which is motorsport.tv. So if we take a look at what's going on there for Saturday, they're showing the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup live racing from Misano. Awesome. That's it. Looks like they're going to have more stuff next weekend. But fortunately, that's it for motorsport.tv. Listen, so motorsport.tv, when they have a great weekend, they have a great weekend. But it looks like they're going to be coming up a little bit short with coverage this weekend. I think the subscriptions kind of, for both, are reflective of the content. I think, I forget right off the top of my head, the subscription for Motor Trend, but I know it's a bit more than a few dollars per month for motorsport.tv. However, bang for the buck, I would say they're both worth it for what you're paying. So that looks like a once again, not the biggest racing schedule, but a well-rounded one. A lot of content that you're going to catch streaming, a lot of content that you're going to be able to catch on the major networks in your region of the world. So that's great. Listen, if you like this video, please subscribe. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll find the button. There's a button over there. And it'll say subscribe. And you can subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Obviously, all your support is much appreciated. But stay tuned once again. Current news segment coming up within the next 48 hours. And in addition to that, more interview series segments coming your way. But once again, thank you for joining me for this this weekend's race schedule. Hope everyone has a great weekend and a safe weekend. And I will see everybody very soon. Thank you very much. Have a good night.